Hello, this is Barb Larson, Career Services. Talking about interviewing to win today is our podcast. Education majors is our audience. In our introduction here, just a few little tips we'd like to talk about. 95% of candidates today are hired based on the interview. That is vital. That's why it's really important to prepare and understand how important that this interview is. You may have many interviews throughout your working lifetime. Certainly right now, as you're interviewing for your first position, your first teaching position, it is really important. But throughout your working lifetime, as you move into different careers or higher positions or different districts if you choose, you may have many opportunities to interview. And how do you define success in an interview? So today's presentation will help you prepare and do your homework on how to interview to win for education majors. Our overview today, we will have a section on interview preparation, which is vital. Etiquette. What are the 10 rules of interviewing? What is interview stream? What are some questions to anticipate and ask? What about behavioral-based interviews? What are those? Is it important to have a portfolio? What if you get asked to interview over a meal? And then finally, closing the interview and follow-up suggestions. Preparing for an interview. Know exactly where you need to be and arrive early. This is vital. If you don't know where the district is, where the location is, get directions. Go to an internet source such as MapQuest or something like that, or find out the directions where to get there. What about parking? This is really important. Ask before you come what you should bring. Extra resumes, references, etc. Plan what to wear and make sure to wear it once before your interview so it's comfortable. Research the organization. How can you do that? Certainly on the website or talk to other people you know that work there. Prepare good questions to ask. These are all vital tips in preparing for your interview. Getting the interview is the first step. Have a strong resume and cover letter. This is vital. This is an opportunity to get you the interview. Be professional on the phone as you call in. Write email correspondence with care. What does your voicemail sound like? Your message on your cellular phone or your home residence. Is it professional? If they were calling you to set up an interview, what would it say? Email address, have that be professional as well. Be proactive and follow up. Some tips on interview etiquette, conservative dress for women. A suit or dress in a neutral color is usually best. Navy, black, however colors may be appropriate as well. No tight or revealing clothes, ladies. Knee-length or longer skirts. No excessive jewelry. A briefcase or purse, not both. You don't want to be hauling around a lot of things. And closed-toe shoes are recommended. For men, a dark, well-tailored suit, long-sleeved all-cotton shirt, a nice necktie with no outrageous patterns, plain dark tie or slip-on shoes, high dark socks that won't slide down, and again, limit the jewelry. Personal hygiene is so important. Appear neat, well-groomed, avoid excessive cologne or perfume, have a firm but not painful handshake. Have good eye contact, and this should remain strong throughout the interview. Have good posture. Sit up in your seat, but lean slightly forward. The 10 rules of interviewing. Keep your answers brief and concise. We don't need a book, but we do want you to share vital information. Include concrete, quantifiable data. Repeat your key strengths several times. Prepare 5 or more success stories to share. Think about yourself on their team. As a member of XYZ school district, I would. This shows that you are thinking like a member of their team and you would fit in with their environment. Number 6, maintain a conversational flow. Ask questions. This is important, and we'll share a little bit more about this in a moment. Research the organization. This is huge. Make sure you find out information about this district. Keep an interview journal so you can log your interview questions or responses. This will really help you in future interviews. Image is often as important as content. I cannot highly stress this enough. You never have the opportunity again to make a first impression. Make it count. Gestures, physical appearance, and attire are all highly influential. Let's talk about that research. What is the district's mission statement? Many organizations will ask this as one of their questions. What do you know about the school district? How large is the district in terms of students and employees? How is the district viewed by the community, parents, etc.? Have there been recent school board elections? Have there been referendums? Are there any new building projects or initiatives going on? You can find out these things, some of these through the website, and many of them through the newspaper of that local town. But do your homework. Find out the answers to these questions, or talk to people, parents or community members that live in that district. Really do your homework. This is so vital and so important. Let's talk a little bit about what happens during the interview process. Again, it starts before you even say hello, that first impression. The employer starts to discuss the company, in your case the school district, and the position. This is the meat and potatoes part of the interview. Your turn to ask questions. Expect the unexpected. Be honest, but don't disclose too much personal information. And again, the final 5 minutes. This is the closure, and this is the opportunity to create a memorable last impression. So you want a good first impression, and you want a great last impression. How can you practice? Career Services in both Rochester and Winona have a program called the Interview Stream. It's a mock interview kiosk. You can come in as many times as you like. You can register online, and it takes less than half an hour. You have the opportunity to answer questions, and then the interview is emailed back to you. You can sit with a career counselor, and we can give you some tips on how you did, things that you answered that were great, areas to improve, suggestions. Or you can watch the interview with a friend or a professor, and you can do this as many times as you like. There is no charge, and it is great practice. I've got a little bit of trivia. This comes from the National Association of Colleges and Employers. I'd like you to think about this before I give you the top 10 skills. What are those top 10 skills employers seek today? Just take a moment and jot down. What do you think they look for when they are hiring candidates? Well, here they are. The number 1 skill employers seek today is communication. This is both verbal and written. This is so important. Do you have good communication skills? Honesty and integrity. The third one, interpersonal skills. How well do you relate to others? Motivation, initiative, drive. Are you motivated? Do you have a strong work ethic? Do you come to work on time, leave on time? Is your work important to you? Teamwork skills. How well do you relate with others? Computer skills. You might want to share some of the software packages that you understand and know. Analytical skills. Are you good at problem solving, at thinking? How flexible and adaptable are you? And finally, being detail-oriented, being organized. These are the top 10 skills employers are seeking today. If you have these skills, if you possess these, share these as you are interviewing. Let's go next to some questions to anticipate. If I were the school district, I would want to know Some sample questions might include introductory, career goals and plans, past experience related to the position. What about those behavioral questions, ringers, and closers? Sample education questions. Why did you choose teaching as a career? Think about this before you go on the interview. Who most influenced your decision to become a teacher? Is there someone that you could name? What skills does an outstanding teacher need today? Describe the toughest discipline situation you encountered and how you handled it. This could be a behavioral type of question. During your student teaching experience, what did you find most challenging? Be thinking about these before you go in, as these could be some of the questions you might be asked. Now, some sample questions to ask. Do you encourage teachers to earn graduate degrees? What types of school activities promote parent-teacher-student interaction? How do parents support the schools? Do teachers participate in curriculum review and change? And here's a good one. What main skills are you looking for in someone? Behavioral-based interviews. These are those give me an example questions. Give me an example when you handled conflict, worked on a team, led an innovative project. To help you think of these examples before the interview, we recommend using the STAR technique. S stands for describe the situation. T, what task was required? A, what action did you take? And R, what was the result? Prepare several STAR responses before your interview so you may draw on them as needed. This again is very important. Do your homework. Expect these questions before you go into the interview. Let's talk a bit about portfolios. What is a portfolio? Could be an electronic one, could be a hard copy one. Why would I use one? Portfolios can demonstrate your skills and abilities. It can help an employer form a good impression of you. It may help you get remembered. It may serve as a reference for the interview, help you prepare, builds your confidence, and ultimately helps you get a job. Now, the question you might be asking, what kind of things should I put in my portfolio? Photocopies of awards or certificates. This could be community involvement. This could be campus awards. Picture of you with an award or trophy. Academic papers. Letters of recommendation. How about any brochures, flyers, posters, or websites that you created? Evidence of a project you successfully completed. It is okay and recommended to bring this information in a nice portfolio at your job interview. You can use portfolios at work interviews, for graduate school interviews, for job evaluations, when asking for a promotion. Portfolios can help you learn more about yourself. And this is something you can work on throughout your career. Continue to save these things as you land your first position and continue your world of work. What if you are asked to join the interviewer for a luncheon or dinner meal? Is it part of the interview? You bet. Are you prepared? If you have 6 to 8 pieces of silverware, do you know which fork to use? Do you know whether or not to order alcohol? How do you greet the server? What do you order? Do you season your food before tasting it? To learn more about these types of things, consider attending an etiquette or networking dinner. Career Services hosts these in the spring and the fall. Simply call us or check our website and register with us for the next etiquette dinner. Will really help you a lot prepare. Closing the interview. Take your cues from the employer. When they stand, you stand. Nice firm handshake. Thank them for their time. Now let's close the deal. After visiting with you, I know that I will be able to contribute a great deal to your district. I hope that you will consider me for the position. Some sample comments. Closers. Ask for business cards from all present so you can spell names correctly on the thank you cards or letters. Timeline for decision. Ask if you may call them or follow up. After the interview, this is vital. Send a thank you within 24 hours. Should it be handwritten or emailed? Handwritten is recommended. However, make sure you send something. Doesn't take very long to pen a few notes and comments on a note card and send in the mail. At this opportunity, you can reiterate your key skills based on the skills they are seeking. Remember to follow up based on the timeline they've given you. Thank you for the opportunity to share interviewing tips today for those of you that are pursuing positions in education. For more information, please contact us at the Winona campus or Rochester campus. And good luck to you.